Hello. Okay, so I'm out for a walk. I've got a few days off work. I was thinking about going away for a few days, but two things put me off. One is being the days are still quite short, so I won't get the most of it. Plus the forecast was just overcast, a bit sort of grim really. Well, not terrible, but overcast with some rain, and I just thought, well, I'm not going to spend the money this time, leave it a few weeks maybe. So I've come to somewhere. It's about half hour, 40-minute drive from my home. It's Church Stretton in Shropshire, and I'm going to retrace some of the footsteps that I did on a recent walk with a group. I don't know whether I'll stick to it completely or veer off, but we'll see. I've got my new camera with me, the OM5. It's nice and lightweight, it's tiny. It's not to replace my Canon, it's just so I can carry a decent camera on long walks without feeling the weight, you know. Plus I've previously owned what used to be Olympus cameras before, and I've really enjoyed using them. So I'm not very hopeful today actually. It's not looking too good weather-wise for pictures, but it's not as if I'm feeling the weight, so we'll see. I'm having to work my way around all these fallen trees after the storm we had last week. We had quite a lot of snow and heavy wind, and it's brought a lot of trees down. Some big old nice trees as well. It's quite sad, but that's nature. As you can see, this is the OM5 with the 25mm prime f1.8, the Mark II version. And it's fantastic. I'm going to get the 17mm as well, and possibly the 9mm Panasonic wide angle. But I'm just having a little experiment shooting some of these woodland trees. I mean, there's too many trapped highlights for what I'd like to do. I'd want fog, but you know, there's some interesting bark patterns on these old trees, so I've just taken a couple of shots to see if they're any good. But yeah, it's nice. It's got a bit of an eerie feel about it at the moment. The sun's meant to be out, but obviously it's been misty and it just hasn't cleared. I'm quite fond of this view. Looking down into the valley where we're sort of heading, and we're going to walk up Ashes Hollow. Right, so we've just walked up Ashes Hollow. It's a bit dodgy in places. It wasn't as bad as the other week where it was all icy, but the water's flowing quite well. And there's a couple of slightly challenging crossings. What we got there, no disasters yet. Never ceases to amaze me the image stabilisation on these OM System formerly Olympus cameras. I've been taking some shots of the stream, you know, shutter speeds of fourth of a second and slower and that, and they come out pin sharp, handheld. As good as the stabilisation is on my Canon and lens, I couldn't quite get the shutter speeds as low as I can with this camera. So it's ideal when if I get back to wild camping, which I haven't done for a few years, it'd be ideal, because I used to get sick of carrying my tripod and big heavy camera gear and filters and that with me. Well, this has got built-in filters, so it'll be ideal for that sort of thing and long hikes. My peace and quiet was spoilt for a while as I encountered like a group of, it must have been 100 students doing some sort of field trip. That's the only problem with Church Stretton, certainly the Cardinal Valley area. It does get full of school kids and students, which makes no problem really. It's great that they're doing that, but when you come for a bit of peace and quiet like I do, it's not ideal. So, but it doesn't normally take long to escape the crowds, you know. You just keep walking out of the main area and you're back to being on your own again, you know. And here, of course, we have the famous Long Mynd ponies. Hello. Well, I'm just making it to the top of the climb, whatever hill this is, after going up alongside Ashley Hollow for quite a bit. I feel unfit. I think it's because, well, I haven't been running at all because I've been injured, and I haven't been doing as much walking as I'd like. I just feel really sluggish and out of breath quite easily going up the hills, so we'll have to sort that. I'll have to lose shed a bit of a beer belly and, you know, keep training. This sounds desperately sad, I know, but I really like it when you see clear bodies of water like this, where it's just crystal clear and you can see the grass and that underneath it. Don't know why. Maybe it's because I'm used to the canal when I walk through Kidderminster, and that's a bit different, obviously. Well, it's still pretty misty on top of the Long Mynd here. I would, the sun is trying to come through, but I'd really like if it did come through a bit. It'd be nice if it like exposed some of the hills in the background so I could get some shots. Right, so the sun has come out in bits and has exposed some of the hills in the distance. So I've whipped it out, that's the camera, and I'm trying to take some shots. I've got the Panasonic 35 to 100 f4 to 5.6 on. Excellent little lens, very sharp, equivalent to 70 to 200, and I mean, look at the size of it. But I think it's still a bit too misty in the distance really. I don't think these images are coming out very sharp, but I'll keep trying as I'm walking back towards the car. See, I mean, these are wild ponies. Look how close you can get. If I'd got food, they'd definitely feed out my hand. Yes, I don't think the conditions are going to get any better. But I've enjoyed my walk, as always. But it's fantastic out here, it really is nice. As I said, if you can keep away from the crowds, get out a bit further out, it's always quiet and the views are fantastic. So yeah, I'll display any images I've got today at the end of the video, and I shall also show some of the ones I got from the last walk as well.